Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. If you're new to the channel, I'm Nick and I've been a top hodler on TradingView for many years, as well as being one of the only traders with a fully verified MyFXBook third-party track record. So if you want to elevate your trading, you're definitely in the right place. So subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So take a second, pause the video, read the disclaimer, and I will see you on the charts. In this video, I'll speak about gold. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I'll give you the technical aspect, then I'll move to the commitment of traders analysis to see what institutions in the market are doing and how they're moving and shifting their orders, and then I'll put together these two different types of analysis. So this is definitely a video you do not want to miss. Now, starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a market which at the moment is in a very strong uptrend. The market has created a series of monthly higher highs and higher lows, so the market has been pushing to the upside quite aggressively. And what we can see is that every time we had a correction, immediately new institutional buyers stepped in, pushing the price higher. So from a monthly standpoint, everything seems quite bullish, and more bullish price action could be expected, right? However, what we can notice is that the last push was an impulse to the upside. So the next logical step would be first to see the correction and only then more bullish continuation. Because if this uptrend is to continue in a sustainable way, what you expect is corrections along the way. Otherwise, the market becomes overextended to the upside. So again, the next logical step would be first a correction, and only then, once new institutional buyers have entered the market, you can expect a correction and actually continuation higher after the correction. And by the way, I will speak about all these institutional buyers again in just a few seconds. Dropping down on the weekly time frame, what do we have? Just a quick interruption. Let me know in the comments below if you have any new pairs or topics that you would like me to cover in the next videos, because I'm always open to suggestions. Now, here in the weekly, the situation is quite interesting. What we can notice is that all this area is a very strong weekly supply and resistance zone. We have this massive wick, which the market created when it was pushing into this zone. The market was met with very strong selling pressure, which immediately rejected the market lower. Right now, we are again inside this area, meaning that again, there is a possibility for the market to be met with strong selling pressure, potentially starting that monthly correction, which should be underway any moment now. Dropping down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Now, from a daily standpoint, I spoke about gold just a few days ago when the market was going and testing this zone. I explained all the reasons for which I expected the market to reach this supply and resistance zone, and from here to be rejected lower, which is in fact exactly what the market did. And by the way, I will link in description that previous analysis, so you can go and check it out for more free education. But at the moment, what do we have? Well, before we dig deeper here from a technical perspective on the daily time frame, first let's go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders. So what the big players in the market are doing. So the big institutional speculators. Now, what we can see is that first of all, if we are looking at the data for gold, we are already looking at gold against the USD, because that is how essentially it is already traded and reported. And what we can see is that net positions with the last report have slightly increased, but anyway, thousands of shorts are getting added. And if we look at the long term, we can see how net positions have been dropping consistently. We went from 251.2k net positions all the way down to 160.1k net positions. So we had a huge amount of decrease in the net positioning, which was mainly driven by a decrease in the longs. We went, in fact, from 296.1k longs all the way down to 213.7k longs. So most of the decrease is actually coming from institutional profit taking, because of course we have seen a massive run up. So of course, all the institutions that were in profit are now starting to take their profits. What we can also see if we look here at the shorts is that shorts are starting to be increased. We're going from 43.7K all the way up to 53.6K net positions. And at the same time, we can see that the percentage short, so this is the open interest on the big institutional speculator side compared to the overall interest to the short side. So that includes, of course, the commercials, the non-reportables, etc. What we can see is that that is starting to increase. We went from 8.5 here at the low. Now we're sitting at 13.1% short. So we're starting to see an increase in the open interest on the short side from the big speculators in the market. At the same time, the percentage long when it comes to the open interest is starting to be decreased. In fact, we were sitting here at the high at basically 62.4%. Now we are at 52.2%. So clearly, we're starting to see here a shift, which indicates that there is definitely the possibility for a correction to potentially start, as we have already seen from a monthly standpoint. However, there are two important levels that we have to keep in mind. The first one is, of course, this level here. Until the market will remain below this zone, it can easily continue lower. And at the same time, there is this level here. This zone is very important. Why it is important? Because this area is the previous level of daily resistance, which then the market broke to the upside. And at that point, it became support. And right now, the market is still above this support. So we actually have a kind of a bounded market in between this resistance and support. So there are two possible scenarios. And by the way, if you still haven't, make sure that you join my free Telegram channel, which you find linked in the description, so you never miss new updates. Now, back to the analysis. So in this kind of situation, there are two potential areas that are of interest. The first one is this one here. If the market will go and test again this strong supply and resistance zone, that would definitely be very interesting. And at the same time, if the market breaks below this support, that is where things again become very interesting, because after a break on the retest of the previous support, that previous support now becomes resistance. So again, there is a possibility to see bearish price action created away from the zone. So in these two different scenarios, what would I expect? Now, as usual, and as my students know very well, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes combined with the COT data, those are the best timeframes when it comes to the directional aspect of the market. However, when it comes to identifying early shifts in the trend of a market, the best timeframes for that are the intraday timeframes, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what I would expect is that if this market would shift from an intraday bullish to a bearish market, I wouldn't be surprised to see a potential rejection lower away from this level. And at the same time, if the market would break below this support and go for the retest, also here, I would expect more institutional shorting. So also inside of here, if the market would shift from an intraday bullish to a bearish market, I wouldn't be surprised to see a rejection lower, completing in this case this daily impulse correction and impulse pattern to the downside. But until the market remains in between these two levels, I don't see anything interesting. Now, all this free analysis and education that you see me share here on YouTube is actually just the tip of the iceberg. In fact, if you really want to go into the details and really learn more, I definitely suggest that you go and check out my website, which you find linked in description. Here, you have the possibility to learn everything from the very basics of charting to the most advanced topics that you definitely cannot afford to miss. You find all my courses, over 12 gigabytes of courses, and you also have the possibility to gain access to the trading show software with the Telegram notification integrations, one-on-one private mentoring, the COT data software. So really a complete learning ecosystem. And on top of that, you also have the possibility to integrate and gain access to my entertaining trading show, in which you essentially get every single day all my trades as they're happening live on my account. So all the trades that I'm entering, exiting, how I'm managing them, all streamed live directly inside of the trading show. You also have the possibility to check out all my strategies. So all the strategies already automated. Here you will see videos of historical backtests on more than 10 years of data of every single strategy I have and strategies that I run on my own account, which is also the ones that basically you see on my MyFX book, the explanation of the strategies, the historical backtest of the strategy, and how I'm actually trading on my live account. And if you continue to scroll down, you will see that you have the possibility here after the testimonials to join and gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the sign-up process. So I really suggest that at least you go and check it out. The link is in the description, and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you drop a like and a comment. It really helps with the creation of new free analysis and education, and I will see you in my next video.